Okay, comfortable on your back, the reclining. Place the arms out from your side. We'll take a few moments. Let's just give up the weight of the body. Like we can think of practice in different ways, and one is just releasing tension, like just letting go of layers or sheets of tension that we find as we practice. So even just lying here, we can soften internally, give up the weight of the body, and become present. And like through the practice, we're looking to keep returning to present moment awareness, which of course comes and goes, but we can just get these moments, just gather all of these moments through the practice of just being present. Okay, so we'll start to move. First thing we move is the breath. We can move the breath more up into the ribs and chest by taking slow breaths in, and on the inhale broadening the ribs, opening the ribs, and raising the breastbone. Belly rises and falls, of course, as well as we inhale and as we exhale. So we bring movement to the upper body, bring movement to the lungs, breathing with the mouth softly closed. So just as with the body, also with the breath, we don't want to introduce tension. So we have to get this measured amount of effort. Position your arms out to your side like a cross. Comfortable in the shoulders. And then turning your head, letting your head roll to one side and letting your head roll to the other side. And we'll do a few of these. Pleasantly rolling your head from side to side. So let the head go to one side and we just let it hold there. Arm on the opposite side. You can extend back behind. Take a breath or two here. So as we hold the pose, we want to stay present. Feel the posture, modulate your breath. Okay, return your arm out to the side, bring your head to the center. Take the opposite arm back behind. And let your head roll away to the opposite side. Pause, take some breaths. On an inhale, release your head back to the center and your arms out to the side. Bend your knees, step your heels towards your bum. Let both knees fall to the same side. Let your head go in the opposite direction. Inhale, head and knees to the center, and exhale. Knees fall second side, head goes in the opposite direction. And we'll repeat this several times. Letting a pleasant twist come into your body. Maybe we'll do two more to each side. Great. And now extend both heels towards the front of your mat. And extend both arms overhead and back behind. Reach into your fingers and extend into your heels. Take a breath or two here. Now let's take the in breath in from the soles of the feet, as it were. Breathe all the way up along your body to your fingertips. And exhale from your fingertips back down along your body to the soles of your feet. So on the inhale, feeling up along your body, and on the exhale, feeling back down along your body. Long, slow breaths. Okay, we'll take one knee towards the trunk. Take your hands and hold on to the shin or the back of the thigh, the raised leg. Relax your outer shoulders towards the mat. Lengthen through the calf into the heel, open across the ball of the foot. Hug the leg in. Hug the leg in. Don't overdo it. And we'll take some breaths in and out. Slowly inflating the chest, slowly deflating the chest. Okay, let's change legs. Now just let the leg sort of release towards you rather than pulling and tugging at it. Maintain your breath. Maintain softness on the inside. And maintain the attention, the application of your mind to the pose. Okay, on an exhale, release the leg. Fingers intertwined still. Inhale, reach back overhead. Palm is facing towards the crown of your head. Now stretch into your heel. Lengthen out the body. Take a couple of breaths here. Take your upper body over to one side of your mat. Keep the hips and waist where they are. So you open the upper, one side of the upper body. Side you're stretching, you could take hold of that wrist with the other hand. Just comfortably stretch out. Shoulder, side of the body. The lower back and the side that you're stretching. Keep it easy. Okay, and come back to the center. Lengthen again. And then take the upper body over to the second side. Keep the hips and waist, legs where they are. And the side that you're stretching. Grab hold of the wrist. Just get a comfortable stretch through the upper body. Breathe and feel. Stay with what's happening now. Good. Come back to the center. Arms out to your side like a cross. Bend the knees towards your trunk. We'll hold the bent knees in the air for several moments. Give your breath its freedom. So nice, complete, slow, conscious breath in and out. Mouth softly closed. And let's make rotations now with the bent knees. change the direction. And then we come to hold onto the legs. So back to the thighs or the shins. Relax the outer shoulders down, lengthen through the calves into the heels. Take a breath or two here. On an inhale, curl up your shoulders and shoulder blades. Tuck your chin, but avoid yanking on the neck. Stay as soft as you can around the shoulders and neck and the face and the head. Continue to breathe. So flexion. And then position your head and shoulders back down. Hand on either knee. Take both knees out to their own side, so stretching open the groins, hips sideways. And then let the legs go away from you, come back together, and then out to the sides. Is that good? Peel apart the knees. Let's change the direction. Okay, good. Bring your feet down to the floor. Bring your feet together. Press your feet together. And now, knees open out to their own sides. Left knee goes to the left, right knee goes to the right. So again, we have this opening, this stretch in the groins. Side opening the hip. Okay, interlace your fingers. And reach your arms overhead and back behind. Stretch your arms comfortably, stretch your shoulders comfortably. Pop the back rib cage down onto the mat, if it just lift it off a bit. And bring awareness to the hips and the groins, so you just soften there and release, let gravity kind of draw on the thigh bones. Reach the fingers away from you. Bring your wrists together. Tuck your chin a little bit. Nice long slow breath in and out. Okay, so let's say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees up. Bring the knees towards your trunk. Take your hands behind the back of your thighs. Now inhale. Reach your heels up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bend your knees. So we'll just do several extensions and flexions for our legs. We'll keep the back waist down. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, extension, exhale, flexion. And bring your feet down to the mat. Take your arms out again, shoulder level. Excuse me. Okay, now we want to engage your feet, really important. Press down the big toes. Engage your feet. Lift your bum a little bit, and then lift it higher, and walk yourself onto your shoulders, and lift your hips. Keep your feet engaged, and exhale, roll your spine back down. So we'll do a few more of these dynamic bridges. Keep the lower abdomen stable into the body as you lift up, as you come back down. So the lower abdomen draws in, stays in, stable. Keep your feet active, big toes pressing down. We don't want any pinching, of course. But as we go through the set, you should find more range of movement coming into your body. Let's do two more. And release them. Extend your heels towards the front of the mat. Interlace your fingers. Extend overhead back behind. Bend one knee towards you. Pause for a breath or two. Take your hands around the knee, around the shin or the back of the thigh. Let the knee come towards you. Then take the knee with the opposite hand, bring it across your body. The hip can follow, but keep your back shoulders down. Stretch out to the side with your free arm and turn your head coming into a twist. Okay, so in the pose, nice relaxed, full breaths. Internally soften. So again, we're looking to release layers of tension, not kind of force tension onto the muscles. Again, we'll come out of the twist in a moment. We'll come into our buttock stretch. On an inhale, onto your back again. Now stay holding the knee that you've been holding, but step the opposite leg in. This leg that you've been holding, cross it over onto the second leg. We want the foot to go past the knee. Bring the leg towards you, bring the legs towards you. The leg that you've been holding, so we hold it again and kind of wrap our hands around the back. Now this knee that we have been holding, that we're holding now again, we bring the knee towards us, but also then across the body towards the opposite shoulder, and stretch into your heel. So we want to bring a stretch into the glutes, into the buttock. Sometimes you need to kind of just play around, like roll a little bit about, just so you redistribute the body weight, and you'll find a stretch coming into the glute. Yeah. Well, bring the legs towards you, keep the lower back down pretty much, and we stretch the glute. Okay, keep breathing. Okay, let's say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come onto your back. We'll come into a hamstring stretch. So take hold of the back of this thigh now, the leg you've been holding. The other leg is bent still, but the foot is down, and we come to the leg stretch. Good. So, challenging the leg, but keep it comfortable. Shoulders down. Reach into your heel. And we'll take some comfortable breaths in here. Keep your foot active. Keep your back waist down. Engage your quad. Okay, let's say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1, and we'll come to then do a hip opener. So this leg you've been holding, bend it again, put the foot over on the opposite knee, so thigh area, open the thigh forward, yeah, and then we bring the legs towards us and we hold on to the back of the second leg, the thigh, recline the head, shoulders, now stretch into your heels, open the leg you've been holding, so open that thigh forward, relax your shoulders, you get some stretch coming into a hip. So again, you might need to just redistribute body weight. Instead of holding the thigh that you're holding, maybe holding the shin of that leg for more stretch in the opposite hip. But if that's, if that causes your head to lift and your shoulders to hunch and everything to be uncomfortable, then just hold the back of the thigh. And it's important that the stretch and the work is in the hip, that there's no strain in the inner knee of the leg whose hip we're stretching. Good. Maybe the leg you're holding, you could take that shin more parallel to the floor. Okay, we'll hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come out of the pose. Take hold of the knee again. Coming back into a twist. Now staying in the twist, or also if you want, extend the leg out to the side. Inner rotate your leg, stretch into the heel, and even if it's just a centimeter, can the toes go to the wall behind? Good. Allow your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee once again. Come onto your back and release the leg towards the front of the mat. Good. Interlace your fingers. Extend back overhead and behind. Just lengthen out your body. Now once again, we'll take our trunk over to one side. Stretch out. Side body. And stretch. Move your trunk over to the second side. Stretch out your side body. Come back to the center. Okay, the second knee. Now we bring towards us. We hold the knee in the air for a few moments. We're just going to repeat the twist, the buttock stretch, the hamstring stretch, and then the hip stretch to the other side. So now we take hold of this knee that's in the air, releasing the hip, take the bent knee with the opposite hand, bring it across your body. You can rest the foot on the lower leg, stretch out to the side, and turn your head. Okay, be careful you don't force anything on your sacroiliac. Keep the back shoulders down. Take a breath or two in here. It's important that you feel your body. Stay soft on the inside. Okay, inhale. Come onto your back again. Coming to the buttock stretch. Bend the opposite leg in. Now, the leg you've been holding, cross it over. Put the kind of lower part of the shin on the second leg's knee. Then we bend the legs towards the trunk. That leg we've been holding, we hold it again, and we come out over the leg. Now we want to draw the knee towards the abdomen, but then also bring it across the body. So you want to bring a stretch to the buttock, to the glute. I'll stretch into the heels of both legs. And as I say, I find I often need to just redistribute body weight just to get the stretch. Back waist down. Draw the legs towards you and across the body. Find a stretch in the glutes. Right? We hold the stretch then. We breathe here. Because we're not forcing, we're not getting into kind of some sort of tug of war or wrestle with the body. Just want to get some tightness, some stretch. And then we'll look to bring awareness to the tension. Soften it and hold. Keep the inner body soft. Keep the breath complete and relaxed. Okay, let's say 10. So buttock stretch. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that stretch. The leg you've been holding, hold on to the back of the leg now. The opposite leg is bent. Foot is down. We come to our leg stretch. Reach into your heel, hold the back of your thigh, relax your shoulders. Stretch into the heel, open across the ball of the foot, engage the quad. And again, don't get into a wrestle or a tug of war with the leg. So just get a stretch that has some challenge, a bit stinky, but it's okay, you can hold it. Back waist down. Roll the tailbone towards the mat. Okay, good. Let's say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and even if it's just a centimeter, can the toes go towards the wall behind? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, release the stretch, coming to the hamstring stretch, or no, a hip stretch. So we take the foot now, put it over on the opposite knee, thigh area. Then back waist down, with bend the legs towards you. This leg that we're working, we open the thigh forward, bring a stretch to the hip. And then we take hold of the back of the second leg, either the thigh, and we maybe continue to hold the thigh, or perhaps holding the shin, knee area. But as I said, we want to keep soft in the upper body, the head and neck, so that we can just then comfortably work stretching the hip, opening the hip. Okay, we'll take the leg we're holding, we'll take that shin parallel to the floor. Let's stretch into the heels. The heavier stretching, continue to open that thigh forward. Get the back waist down. And just get a stretch that has some challenge, but you can just stay breathing, you can stay comfortable. Yeah, and again, there's this idea that we tend to roll away from tightness, so you might just want to redistribute body weight, just maybe roll to a bit to the opposite side of the leg that you're working. Of course, long, slow, calm, relaxed breaths. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release yourself out of the stretch. Hold the working leg again with the opposite hand. Straighten the lower leg, and once again come to your twist. Now stay with the twist, or extend the leg out across the body, out to the side, stretch into the heel, swing the toes towards the wall behind you, Keep the back shoulders down. Good. Okay. We'll have some breaths. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee. Once again, come onto your back. Release your leg. Join your fingers again. Reach back overhead and behind. And this time, turn the hands so that they flip away from you. Stretch out your body. Reach into your heels. Lengthen out your arms. Feel your body. Okay, one more nice, long, slow breath in. Right, then we'll hug our knees. Curl up. Shoulders, shoulder blades. Tuck your chin. And then bring your head down. And we'll begin to rock and roll. We'll come to sit, either rock and roll up or roll to your side. Okay, so now lean back. So hands are behind you, fingers pointing sideways. Lower abdomen in, and move slowly into a back arch. Opening the front of the body, outer shoulders back, shoulder blade into the back, lifting your chin and taking it back. Slowly lift your head, look forward, keep your back as it is. Now position your feet together, press your feet together, open your thighs towards the floor, and again, lower abdomen in, and arching your back. Lift your head, lift your knees, and come up to sit. Now, we'll do kind of 90-90 legs. Bend one knee, take it back. And the other knee is bent in front. So we're working towards 90-90 legs, but you know, we can have a shorter stance. So, hands behind you. We're going to slowly lift our knees, and you can lean back and take the body weight into your hands, and then tilt your knees to the other side and sit up. Okay, we'll repeat that a few times. We can lean back, lift our knees, and slowly roll down to the second side. So we'll do that a few times. Do them slowly. Stay leaning back as you transition the weight and come up. We'll go side to side a few times. So do it slow. What we want is movement in the hips, opening the hips and loosening our hips. That's it. Good. And the more we can have our legs in knees like in the right angle, 90-90 legs, then the more challenge for the hips. But you know, we can shorten the stance to make the movement more accessible if need be. Slow movement, let's do maybe 2 more to each side. As I say, it's about moving your hips, bringing mobility to the hips. And I think 1 more to each side. We're using our hands to carry the body weight to help us transition. Good. Lovely. And we'll come back to the center. Okay, so Glute stretch again, kind of similar. One leg goes back. Now the leading leg. Now we can bring the heel in, so it's comfortable opening hips. Turn to face out over the leading leg. Hinge at the hips. Take the abdomen out over this inner thigh. Hands either side of the knee. Bend forward, keep your spine long, and take elbows, forearms either side of the knee. So now we're covering the thigh, excuse me, with the abdomen. Must have had some dairy, trying to remember. Haven't eaten yet this morning, so something last night. Okay, so trunk long. We get a stretch in the glute again. So we pause here. Long, slow, comfortable breaths. So the stretch is in the buttock and the glute. Good. So the stretch is a combination of like engaging muscles, so we take up a shape, but then we also want to be softening, you know, like not collapsing, but that tension that we may find, or that we even introduce, we don't want that tension. We want challenge. So as I say, you know, external dynamic, active, opening joints, stretching muscles, contracting muscles, but the inner dynamic stays soft, right? And so therefore then the breath is given its freedom. So we can take these, you know, ujjayi, relax, complete breaths. And then we can just stay with what's happening now. So we start to just rest in present moment awareness. Super, okay, come on up. Then go out to the side and onto forearms. Keep your top ribs in. Extend up towards the ceiling. And extend out over your head. Yeah, no, so side body stretch. But we can also again stretch the side. We're stretching that lower back area, the QL muscle. The hip will probably move towards the shoulder, so just keep the hip moving back towards the heel. So it's not following the shoulder, so we get a stretch, reach in. Sometimes the head hangs, we don't want to be pulling on the neck, so keep the head light. You could even turn your head, if that's okay, to gaze towards the ceiling. Fully. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, look forward or look down, and lift your body back up. And go to the other side. Okay, good. So, all right, going to the other side. Now, we want to stretch out over the inner thigh, because we want to do a glute stretch. So it's important that we don't go out to the side. It's important we go out over the inner thigh like it's a runway. And forearms either side of the knee usually helps with that. Lift the breastbone. We get a stretch in the hip and the glute area. Again, keep the spine long, so scoop the breastbone. Find the breath, find the stretch, find the present moment. Sustain your mind there. Great. Okay, we'll say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we come. Go out to the side. Oh, sometimes what can happen here is the ribs can flare out, or the ribs can kind of balloon up. So we want to keep the ribs from flaring out, keep the ribs in. Just reach up towards the ceiling, because you want to stretch the side body. Reaching out over your head. And as I say, sort of fingers and the shoulders go in one direction, but the hip goes in the other. Let me take a couple of breaths here. Maybe rotate your head. If your head is hanging, like, undo that. And you know, in the rotation of the neck, make sure there's no tension, and in the gaze towards the ceiling or towards the hand, make sure you're not straining your eyes. Lower abdomen in and stable. 5, 4, lift the ribs away from the waistline. 3, 2, and 1. And exit out of this. Position yourself as a quadruped, all fours, hands and knees. Okay, cat cows. So we move slowly as you exhale, rounding your spine, taking mid spine towards the ceiling. Towards the end of the exhale, getting the extra tuck of the tailbone and chin, tuck of the chin towards the chest. On an inhale, coming out of cat into cow pose, looking forward, arching the back. And we repeat a few times. So just move the entirety of the spine. No need to go to any sort of extremes with the periphery, the end, the kind of the end points of the spine. So don't overdo the tuck of the chin or the tuck of the tailbone or the arch of the back in say cow. Let's do a cat and we'll hold. So now round your spine. Lift mid spine up towards the ceiling. At the end of the exhale, maybe just tuck the tailbone a little bit more. Keep breathing, relax the belly. Okay, and an inhale, come back to neutral. Arch your back. Open the shoulders, we'll hold cow. Good. Okay, neutral spine. We'll do kind of a sort of a down dog variation. Maybe take your hands a little bit forward on your shoulders. Spread the fingers. Tuck your toes. Now keep your knees bent. Keep the knees bent, but lift your bum into the air and take your bum and your hips away from your shoulders. Keep your knees bent. Relax your head. Now engage the hands. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take a breath in. Then on an exhale, keep the hips away from the shoulders, but also begin to open the backs of the knees. And inhale, a little bit of a bend in the knees. So let go of the stretch. Again, the spine, keep it long, and then exhale. Open the backs of the knees. A few more of these. Inhale, a little bit of a bend in the knees, soften the knees. Lengthen the spine, exhale. Stretches the legs, maybe now taking the heels towards the mat. Again, the inhale, bend the knees, spine long, exhale, stretch the legs, down dog. We'll do a couple more of these. Keep your hands active. Inhale, softly bending the knees, exhale, stretching the legs. And then the next time you stretch the legs, we'll just hold for a couple of breaths. Spine long, hips away from your shoulders. 5, stretch your legs, sink the heels. 4, engage the quads. 3, chest down. 2, and 1. Drop your knees to the mat. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Connect your big toes. And move your bum back towards your heels. We'll rest here, so make 2 fists and put 1 fist on the other. Relax your forehead onto your fists. from here, let's transition to lying on our back again. Okay, make yourself comfortable. Arms out from your side, legs nice and wide, or if your knees are bent, let your knees fall in on top of each other. But we want to be able to rest our body. We rest our body by taking up a position, a pose where the body can be inactive. And then give up the weight of the body. Let the earth carry the weight of the body. Let your body deepen down into the earth. Then softening, 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 relaxing the skin, covering the body. Give your breath its freedom. So relax your belly, your ribs, your chest, shoulders, jawbone, mouth. Let your breath just happen. Just do your part in releasing tension, so your breath will flow more freely. And next, open awareness outwards to a sense of spaciousness, a sense of openness. And we rest in this open awareness for about 90 seconds or so. Okay, we'll come back again to a sense of ourselves. Come back to a sense of the room that you're in. Connect with your body, feel your body. And then beginning to waken your body up again, make some movements, wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers. Maybe turn your head a little bit side to side. Now that larger movements appear, stretch back overhead. Stretch into your legs, hug your knees, whatever feels good. Slowly but surely, waking your body up again. And then we mark the end of the relaxation, rolling over to our side, and just curl yourself into a little ball for a moment or two on your side. Open your eyes on an inhale, fully present again, and then mark the end of the practice itself by pushing up from your side, sitting up